One thing no one will ever tell you about dating women is that it's really hard, and not in a good way. Man, I've just been feeling like crap lately. Well, you know I'm always here for you, man. What's up? Well, you know, I've never had a girlfriend. Yeah. But man, like, I can't even make friends with women because dealing with them is just so hard. Yeah. And not in a good way. Yeah, you know. You know? Like, I actually don't know what you mean by that. Are you saying that you like dicks? What? No. I'm just saying that dating women is hard because they're emotional and illogical, and it's just hard in a good way. In a good way. Okay, just forget it. Forget it. I just feel like that was definitely a dick joke, and the implication of that joke was that you like dicks. I'm just saying dating women is hard. I'm not gay. I like women, and women don't have dicks, so no, I don't like dicks. Lots of trans women have dicks. Oh, come on, dude, don't go there. Women don't have dicks. Trans women are not real women. Wait a minute. They're emotional and illogical. Not trans women are not real women. Oh. What? Oh. Hey, that's my mask. Mr. Shapiro. As I was saying.
Why the fuck are women such hard bloody work?
Now, since he's asking about women, we're going to go ahead and bring a woman on to... Hold on. What? No. That can't be... But he's not... Okay. The person we're actually going to be bringing on to talk about this is...
Yeah, well, they're hard work. Women, on average, experience more negative emotion than men. So really? 75% of divorces are initiated by women.
Thanks, Jordy Peter Potter. But why are women more neurotic than men? I Googled it, and the internet in its wisdom told me, because that's how evolution be, and I accepted that. But then one fateful day, I was sipping a Cosmo poolside while painting my nails and talking about boys with my girlfriends, which, according to every movie I've ever watched, is what 99% of women are doing at any given time. And suddenly, disaster struck. By random chance, all two of my brain cells collided and combined forces, and a thought occurred to me. What if these women aren't divorcing their husbands because they're on their period? Am I right? Maybe these women have a good reason? Boo! Get her out of here. Gross. She's on her period too. I once again turned to Google, but this time, instead of asking, why are women so dumb? Or why does my girlfriend hate it when I leave poop streaks in the toilet and don't use the little white brush to clean up my own poop streaks? It cleans itself eventually, Megan, okay? Just flush it a few more times. What do I look like, a beta male? Bidets? More like beta days. I wondered, why exactly are women leaving their husbands so frequently? And the answer definitely won't surprise you. Think about it. What is the one constant in a heterosexual relationship other than the woman? It's the man. It's the man. Heterosexual relationships are filled with unfair expectations that place a relatively large burden on the woman compared to the man when it comes to basic lifestyle maintenance activities like paying bills or cleaning or child rearing or cooking or doing literally anything. But here's the thing. If this were true, it would follow that lesbian relationships are happier on average than straight relationships. And we all know that can't be true because homosexuality is unnatural and therefore bad. Oopsies, turns out I was wrong. A lesbian in a gay relationship is at least as happy as a man in a straight relationship. Researchers theorize that the driver of this difference is a lack of cultural norms in lesbian relationships that support a system that puts the woman at a disadvantage. The result of this is that gay relationships have to trailblaze their own set of expectations that's not necessarily based on cultural norms, which makes their relationships generally happier and more content and really just built different. Now, of all the studies that I looked at, this one was my favorite by far. According to this study, dishwashing is the chore that best predicts relationship quality. That is to say that in households where the woman does the majority of the dishwashing, 41% of the time, those relationships are in trouble. Now, conversely, if you live in a household where dishwashing is shared equally, then the odds of you reporting that your relationship is in trouble go down to about 20%. Which means my message to men out there is if you just do the dishes as often as your girlfriend does, you will literally double the quality of your relationship. But women are probably just more neurotic, just naturally.
If you don't need no man, I sure hope you don't expect men to pay for your meals when you go out on a date. I have never heard of a feminist who remains a feminist when the check hits the table.
56%, more than half of women, say that they are unbothered when a man expects them to help pay for a date. Now, on a personal note, this guy, Matt Walsh, is the definition of human garbage, as in, when he opens his mouth, Oscar the Grouch pops out. I can make a whole separate video on this guy, but for now, all you need to know is that regarding the casting of Halle Bailey in the live-action version of The Little Mermaid, Walsh said on the Daily Wire, quote, "From a scientific perspective, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who lives deep in the ocean. Yeah, and from a scientific perspective, it doesn't make sense for an animate puppet to live inside the body of a 36-year-old man, but here we are, Matt." Anyway, enough about old Matt.
When Dylan Mulvaney decided that he was actually a woman. Now he has about 8 million followers on TikTok, was featured by Forbes at their Power Women's Summit, and has a series of contracts with makeup companies.
Someone like Dylan Mulvaney will simply tell a story about being trans, and suddenly every middle-aged Bible-thumping white guy with a keyboard and an internet connection decides they gotta hop on Twitter to say, "But what if the children see?" This is easily my least favorite take, what about the children? And I'll tell you why. The problem with the what about the children take is that it presumes that the thing that you don't want the children to see is bad. Whether it be Dylan Mulvaney talking about being trans or Steve-O jumping off a roof into a swimming pool at a party. And the inherent problem with that perspective is that literally everyone has a different definition of what is appropriate or inappropriate for a child. If you think that the content that your children are being exposed to is inappropriate, i.e. you do not like a specific platform's content policy, then just don't use that platform anymore, and or let your kids use it. Now, here's the thing. I fundamentally disagree with the idea that trans people talking about trans issues is somehow inappropriate for children. Honestly, that is not relevant to the point that I am trying to make. Even I, a godless hedonist, see stuff on TikTok all the time that I would never want a child to see.
Why the fuck are women such hard bloody work?
But that's just not a good enough reason to ban a piece of content. Anyway, y'all, this is my first video. Hope you liked it. If you want to see more, like and subscribe, etc., etc. My name is Baybot. Bye!
Yeah, well, they're hard work. I can tell you why to some degree.
Tell me, because I
women,
don't know what the fuck they want.